Body paragraph 1. To start, we cannot truly know whether a food is healthy or not based on labels provided by manufacturers. Meaningless on their own, bare facts about nutritional information hide dirty secrets about the true nature of processed foods and their impact on total calories consumed. Source 1 demonstrates the use of this research to prove there is a stark difference in the manner a human body digests highly processed foods in comparison with less processed alternatives. Rankum and Carmody explain in Source 1 that this is a major determining factor in the computation of calories consumed. Food labels do not take this into consideration, unfortunately. For example, the authors highlight a major issue at hand when Source 1 states, quote, "Our food labeling therefore faces a choice between two systems. The first gives a precise number of calories and therefore mismeasures what our bodies are actually harvesting from the food. The second would take account of food processing, but without any precise numbers," unquote. Source 1 points out an unsettling fact about these systems. Even accurate data on calories can be misleading to us as consumers when making, quote, food decisions, unquote. All right, so let's go ahead and look at body paragraph 1 and go through some of the items on the checklist so we can see if, we're going in the right spot with this exemplar. So to start out, we have the topic sentence. And, well, it starts out with "to start." There we go with smooth transitions, okay? It's just one transition, but it is a smooth one because it's employing use of transitional words and phrases. So the next part of this sentence says, "We cannot truly know whether a food is healthy or not based on labels provided by manufacturers." Okay, the topic sentence over here, it supports our thesis, which means we're maintaining the focus of the thesis throughout the essay. So we're hitting another area on the rubric there. All right. For the item of textual support, you can see that this paragraph is certainly integrating ideas from both the passages and the writing prompt itself, but is focused on the evidence provided from Source 1. So this is a method you can use to save time if you need to, jot down notes to the side of your computer screen of a quick summary of each source so you know what to focus on in your paragraphs, because you're going to have to be presenting the information back to them that they presented to you in the sources. Further, this is a nice paper because the citations are clean and they are not, monotonous or boring sounding. It's mixed up because we go back and forth between referring to the author's last name or referring to the article itself or referring to, quote unquote, research or Source 1. So there's a nice variety there and it has a nice flow. We have citations, we have explanations, and we have connections between both sets of the text. We have details, we have proper paraphrasing, and we have direct quotes with proper citations. So awesome on the checklist there. All right, our diction, our word choice here. Let's take a look at the paragraph. Okay, I would say that the words used in this paragraph are intentional. The author, me, picked these words because they were the most articulate and the most colorful words available to me to express what I was trying to say about, the issues with food labels and food science and people's understanding of it in the public. So with that in mind, I would say that the diction is very sophisticated, but it's not too sophisticated that you would have to have a doctorate to understand it. So it is in a good area where it still has, the diction / sort of tone of an informative, explanatory, formal paper, but we can still say things like hide dirty little secrets and, employ other figures of speech to persuade our readers to kind of side with us on this argument that we are being, bamboozled by these food manufacturers that are mislabeling food. So, for tone, I would say, informative, explanatory, like I just mentioned. Also, I would say that the tone is almost urgent, just because they are stating statistics that are saying that so many people are consumers and so many people are being impacted negatively about the myths and misinformation involved in food regarding how it is, presented to the public regarding its nutrition. So the tone here fits the formality that this essay requires. This is a very nice and logical order. It rolls out nicely because there's a topic sentence, and it goes on to talk about facts within the essay and within the sources that, are being repeated from the introduction paragraph or maybe reiterated from, another place within the thesis. But these ideas are still present in this paragraph, and they are still, threaded through and connected to the content. I believe that there are no syntax or grammar errors in this paragraph. And really, you have to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room because the people scoring these know that the examinees only have 30 minutes. 5 minutes to pre-write, 25 minutes to write. They know you only have 30 minutes. And they know that every once in a while you're going to make a mistake. You're not going to not get a passing score because you made a couple of mistakes. Okay? So just go back over your English language structure, skills. If you had my boot camp, there are plenty of slides and, vocabulary terms and things to go back over to kind of guide you in the right direction about what's expected, when an audience of educated adults is grading your essay. But you just need to keep in mind that that is your audience, an audience of educated adults, and they are presenting you or attempting to present you with situations within the prompt that are familiar to any educated person. You wouldn't need any specialized knowledge. All right. You just need to know how to write effectively. And in this case, with the source-based, using two sources and integrating them while still demonstrating facility in usage of language techniques and sentence variety, rhetoric, your use of diction, support, and just maintaining focus and a logical organization. So we did very well here. And now we are going to move on to body paragraph 2.